What is happening? Back and better than ever, live from the world headquarters here in Asheville, North Carolina. Your host, Jeremy Todd, loving life, beautiful. Man, it's 80 and sunny again. We're going for, I don't know how many days in a row, but beautiful. Just got back from the gym. If you're not watching those videos, I'm kind of messing around a little bit with the YouTube videos, like trying to put, again, I'm not your hardcore workout guy. I'm just your average Joe workout guy. And I think sometimes when we work out, we have these people that work out nonstop 24/7 that are just monsters and beasts and just kill it. But that's not me. I'm just your average workout guy. So I like to tell everybody a little bit about what I do. If it makes any sense, cool. If not, hey, I enjoy doing it. So, and also, I'm trying to help hold people accountable too, because I keep going to the gym. I talk about it all the time, but a lot of people talk about doing a lot of things they don't do. But I actually, I go to the gym as much as I possibly can, at least once a day, not every day. As I mentioned in the video today, I took yesterday off, and I talked about on the video that I put up on the Positive Side Facebook page that sometimes you gotta know your body, and I should have taken Wednesday off. I did not. I kind of worked, and it was just a bad workout, and that's okay too. You have bad workouts, you have good workouts, you have good days, you have bad days, but some are better than others. But yesterday, I decided to take the day off and hit the gym right back at it today. Did a bunch of different workouts, did a bunch of different exercises. So check it out. Like I said, it's on YouTube. Search YouTube. Subscribe to that YouTube channel. I'm trying to get that going a little bit. It's something I'm just kind of messing around with. It's rough, real rough, but that's okay. At least we're moving, moving in the right direction, continuing doing content, and that's really what this podcast, this movement, this positive movement is all about. Because again, with all the negative things going on in life, we need a spot that we can go to, that we can listen to positive energy, understand that I'm not this super guru type guy. I'm your average Joe. I'm just trying to hold myself accountable, help hold you accountable to continue to get better in life. And one of the reasons I talked about that, and again, this brings us to today's topic, is a lot of times what I've found with myself. And now think to yourself if you do the same thing. In the past, I have set out these massive goals and big time things that I wanted to do, and I would do them religiously for 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 months. But it seems like I always fade off at the end. And I heard someone the other day made the comment too. The reason that happens is that your goal is not strong enough. Your purpose isn't strong enough. I guess that makes a lot of sense. If I'm 100% diehard ready to go for it, and I'm 100% committed to it. But I think most people, yes, you're committed to it, but I think the biggest thing is having people hold yourself accountable and continue to go through it. Because I truly believe that we go so hard for so long, and eventually we get burnt out, and it's hard to kick down that wall. I'm sure you've all seen those pictures where now I'll try and find it and put it on the Facebook page today, where it's got two people digging. One person's digging, and you can see him walking away right before they hit like a big gold or big diamond or whatever the case is. And there's another guy right underneath it continue to the dig, because you never know when that next break's going to come. And so what I wanted you to do is think about you've been listening to these podcasts now for a few months, and we talk about your goals and getting unstuck in life. Have you started to get unstuck in life? Have you worked on whatever you want to do? Have you even thought about your business? I'm sure you think about it, but have you wrote stuff down? Have you made the decision to go for your dreams and go for your goals? Because you obviously have to get started, and I've said this a million times, you have to take the first step in order to take the second step. But what happens when you get 1,000 steps down the line, and all of a sudden your legs start to hurt, and you start walking, and all of a sudden you take a break, you get your hands on your knees, you're like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to take a day off, take tomorrow off the next day, and all of a sudden, a day turns into 3 days, 3 days turns into a week turns into a month, and all of a sudden, boom, you're gone. Then you look back 2 years from now, and you're going to say, man, I was so close, I had so much fun, I'm going to get back on that again. And then you try and reinvent the wheel and do it all completely over again. If you would do the exact same thing, instead of taking, and again, this is the hard part. This is the hard part about, and this is what makes goals and going after those dreams hard. Because if you do take a couple days off, a lot of times it's easy to fall off that wagon. But if you take 2 days off and then get back on it, if you continue to walk instead of just stopping, you're going to be a lot further down the line. Now, I relate this with, I'm going to go back to the gym again. I know you guys are probably getting tired of hearing it, but when I work out at the gym, one of the coaches' names, his name's Corey Duvall, and Corey gave this great piece of advice when I was doing the CrossFit Open. He mentioned to me, instead of trying to do if there was a 50 rep exercise, instead of trying to do 10 sets of 5, come out the gate and do as many as you can until you fail. So, and basically what that means is, so if I could do 9 instead of just doing sets of 5, and then the next time when I do my 9, I do 7, I do 8, but I do as many as I possibly can, instead of just breaking it down into smaller events. And what happens is over a time frame, you get more accomplished and more reps in this situation, or in the goal situation. You get more done if you continue to go down the road. So let's use a different example. Let's use it if you have a project at home in the garage. I always like using that, and I'm the last guy in the world that does any projects in the garage. But for example, you have a project that you're going to build, let's say a table out in your garage. One day you decide to cut the wood. The next day you go to the store, you get all your nails, your measurements, and all that good stuff. Then you decide to take a day off. So you go back out there the next day and you decide, well, let me cut these legs up, measure, and make sure that everything's right. Cool, you got that done. And these are going to be 2 different scenarios. This will be your first scenario. Then a week later, you decide to get back out there and you screw one leg in. And then a month later, you decide, I'm going to put this other leg in there. And then all of a sudden, the third month, you go out there and you got junk piled on top of it. And all of a sudden, bits and pieces and things kind of broke because they were uneven and nothing happens. Nothing happens for month after month, and then 6 months from now, you decide, let me go ahead and clean the garage out. Boom, you got that table back out. I really need to finish that. You put that back over to the side. You put another leg on there. Now it's still crooked. I'm going to go out and I got the wrong nails. I'm going to start figuring out paint. 3 months, 6 months go back by. It's still buried. Now it's completely buried. It's dirty and destroyed. Now you got to start completely over. That's one example of what we talk about with our goals. And we do that quite often. When we have a big plan that we want to come up with, we nickel and dime it here and there, 3 months here, 5 months there. And I know there's a couple listeners out there that have sent me emails that talk about this, that they don't ever actually get back on it consistently. But let's look at the other situation. Guy goes out there, builds, or girl goes out there, starts working on a table, but comes up with a schedule where every 3 days she goes out there and puts on one leg, puts on the next leg, puts on the next leg. And sure, it may take 2 or 3 months, but it's consistent. And all of a sudden, instead of it getting buried, you've got this nice, beautiful table out there that is done. Your goal is complete. Your project is complete. One took obviously longer than what you thought, but one never ever got completed. And I am guilty as just the rest of them. I'm that person that would go out there and nickel and dime it and piece it together, and then all of a sudden I forget how I did something, and then boom, that goal and that dream of mine is gone. And then a year from now, I'm like, well, I'm going to get back on it and try and restart this. If you do just a little bit, continually go through, because you don't know how close you are to the end of the goal. But if you continue to work at it, it's going to come a lot quicker than not doing anything or half-ass doing it or piecing it together. The biggest thing today is what I want to get across to you is, if you consistently work on your goals, you don't have to come out the gates and sprint, like there's no tomorrow. But continually work on your goals, you're going to get more done. And by the time you actually get finished, it took you a lot less time to get done than what you ever thought. And for me, that's my biggest thing, is for years and years and years and years and years and years, I've come up with ideas, plans, programs that I've never completely followed through with them, because I'm just like that guy that gets my goals and dreams get buried on top of other different things that I want to do, and then it never ever happens. And then I continue to do the same thing I've done over and over and over and over, and I'm stuck in life again. But not anymore, and not anymore. And that's why I really think this podcast has got some momentum, as well as the website or the Facebook page, and also jump on JeremyTodd.com, get signed up for that Monday motivational video. If you haven't, do that. But it's these little things that if we continue to hold each other accountable, we're going to achieve our goals. Now, it may take longer, but we're going to get them done, because accountability is huge when you start searching for game-changing goals and dream and life-changing and family-changing goals. Don't be like me in the past. Be like me right now. Let's hold each other accountable. Let's continue to go for our goals. Let's continue to tackle everything we can. And I'll tell you what, we're going to get unstuck. We're going to continue to look at the positive side of life, health, family, business, all that good stuff. We're going to spend more time with our kids. I mean, that's your only answer. Or we continue to do the exact same thing over and over and over and over and over, and never ever do anything different and get stuck in life. Not us. Not you. Not me. We are going to take this over, and we're going to have the best year ever, the best life ever. So again, I appreciate you tuning in, and it means a lot. Share these podcasts. Tell your family, share them with your kids. I got my good buddy Josh Allen. I know he gave a 5-star review a while ago. He listens to it with his kids. I mean, are you kidding me? How cool is that? What's up, kids? You talk about a beautiful family, my goodness. But again, this is the reason we have our goals is to spend more time with the family, spend more time with their friends, and get unstuck with life. So again, I appreciate you listening. Share the podcast, like the Facebook page. We're over 500 likes. I'm up like 300 in the last 4 days. So it's just, I mean, shooting through the roof. So like that, like those videos. I appreciate the help. This is The Positive Side.